Hi guys, so welcome to Vegan Quirks. If you don't already know me, my name is Jules and I like to make videos about minimalism, veganism, being an expat in China, and also some environmentalism stuff. And so today what I'm going to be talking about is a little bit more related to minimalism and environmentalism and attempts at working towards those things. So about 2 months ago I made a video whose footage I no longer have. Which was about products that I found when I was in the US, or products that I had here that I wanted to use up and get out of my collection of crap, and that I wanted to kind of demonstrate that and have you guys follow me along on this journey to minimizing my, my skincare mostly. And I got really inspired recently by this idea of like project panning and project use it up, which if you don't know is often some skincare related stuff, but primarily it is makeup related things where you pan your makeup, so like you get to the end of a makeup product or get to like the pan at the bottom, and people will like go through, try to go through a certain number of things, try to make sure they're using up their makeup before it goes bad, etc. And I just love this idea. I love following my own progress on things. So what I've done in a video 2 months ago that no longer exists is introduce this and explain some products that I was going to be talking about. Unfortunately, that progress is gone. So for the products that I'm going to now talk with you guys about, they are things that I found while I was in the US that are all either quite old, potentially not cruelty-free, and just generally things that maybe I like but don't need, or like duplicates. There were some like hotel soaps and hotel shampoos, and so I'm just kind of hoping to move through as much of this stuff as possible. And so the first thing I'm going to do is show you the things that are now empty. So I have this bag full of empty stuff that I've actually used in the past 2 months, not fully used but gotten through. So you can see what stuff I've kind of been doing so far, and then I'm also going to show you the stuff that I'm continuing to work on now, which luckily most of this stuff I had actually marked where I was when I did 2 months ago. So while you guys can't see where it was 2 months ago, you can see what the progress is, and you'll be able to see the progress moving forward. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, because even though a lot of these things are sample sizes, I just don't use them that often, or some of them I just take a long time to go through, like anything for my hair. I don't have much hair, so without further ado. So one thing I got rid of was this mouthwash, and so one thing I found really interesting is that I didn't think about mouthwash really as like a thing that needs to be cruelty-free for a while, and once, about a year ago maybe, I went to pick up a mouthwash and I was like, look, I need a big bottle of mouthwash. I wanted to reduce the amount of plastic I was getting per thing, and so I figured that getting a big bottle would be the most effective way to do that. I already had this small bottle because I needed it when I got my tongue pierced, and so I just picked the first thing I could find. And so I found the cheapest mouthwash I could find, which was definitely not cruelty-free, just some random Chinese brand. And it was so strong that I couldn't actually use it as it was. So what I would do is I would put like this much of it into this bottle and fill the rest with water to dilute it a little bit. And I was doing that for like a year because it was a huge bottle. And then when I moved to Shenzhen from Chengdu, all that was left was enough to fill this bottle up without diluting it. So I had like this bottle that was concentrated, and once I got here I was kind of just dealing with that. And so about 2 months ago when I started this whole thing, this bottle was about completely full with like diluted mouthwash. And I finished it, which is great, but I don't really know what I'm going to do about mouthwash for the future. I've thought about trying to make my own. I've thought about like what ways I could get one that's plastic free, and I just don't know. So for now, I actually don't have mouthwash. It's not been that long that I've not had mouthwash, and I personally feel like having every single step in your dental care routine be impeccable is difficult for some people like me, and so you know what, I'm not using mouthwash right now, and that's fine. So the next thing, which I really am excited about, are some travel toothpaste situations. And so I have cut a bunch of stuff open, you'll see more and more of these kinds of things that I've cut open as I go through them, because most of the time I'm just like, look, I can get 2 or 3 more uses out of this, I might as well. So this is a toothpaste that I've had for a while. I have 2 more travel toothpastes, and then when I'm done with them, I'm kind of going to reevaluate what to do with toothpaste. But yeah, that's travel toothpaste that's gone. Okay, let me go on to body lotions, because I've got quite a few of them. Okay, so I have 3 like hotel body lotions. As you can see, this one, when my project started, was about here. This one was about here, and this one, nope, this is a shampoo. I am very sorry about that. So yeah, these two hotel moisturizer basically things. I use them every day on my hands, and then I will use them once a week on my whole body. I do not discern like hand lotion, body lotion, whatever. The only thing I specify is what I put on my face. So I got through these 2, and I've got 1 more that I'm currently working on that's still a hotel one, and then I've got 3 more sample sizes of lotions before I move on to the big lotion that I have that you guys will eventually see. Okay, so now actually onto shampoos. Okay, so I have 3 shampoos. These 2 are hotel ones. This one is obviously the same brand as that moisturizer was. This one I have the shampoo and conditioner done, and I'm still using the moisturizer. And this was just a little foil packet that's for like gold hair, which I don't have, but you know, it was whatever. It was just a shampoo. This brand I hated. If I were in a hotel where they had this stuff, I would not use it. Although generally I'm trying to, if I think that the hotel will reuse the thing if I don't open it, then I'm definitely going to not open it. Luckily, a lot of hotels in China will just have like bulk shampoo and body washes, and so you don't really have to worry too much about that if you don't bring your own. But yeah, I've gone through 3 shampoos, and I am now working on a big shampoo, which I'm not putting in this project yet because it just takes so long to go through that, and I already have a bunch of things I want to talk about, so I'm not going to bother with it. And as far as conditioners, I've gone through these 2 conditioners, as you can see, like all kind of the same hotel stuff. Once again, this one was fine, this one was not great, and yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know, I'm getting boring. So my last couple things for empties, I have 3 more. So these are more like face wash situations. This was a facial scrub. A Clinique facial scrub that I've had forever, because it used to be my go-to in high school, and so then I just like had one that had been lying around that I never finished. This cut mark is actually where it was when I did my first like update thing, so it's taken about 2 months to go through like that much of the product. And this one is a like this is just a facial scrub or a facial wash that was supposed to go for like a Clarisonic, like one of those face scrub things. Which I have one of, but it's not in China with me right now. And this was like a messed up line. This is actually where it was at the like first update that I did, and so that's how much of it that I used. It lasted me actually quite a while, and I did like it quite a bit, but I moved on to something else. And the last thing I'm actually the most proud of is that I got through a chapstick, which I don't know about you guys, but like I cannot get through this kind of stuff. And my whole life, I just was the type of person that had like a collection this huge of like chapsticks and like lip balms, like lip smackers, stuff like that. And so I've never actually used the entirety of one of them. And I still have quite a few of them left, and so what I've been doing is I have one that is the staple. It is with me every day, and I've been trying to get through this for like a year. Like it's taken me at least 6 months to use this. And I even like scraped all the little bits out of the bottom of it. Towards the end, I was starting to feel like it wasn't moisturizing my lips as well, and I don't know if it was like I wasn't getting as much product on when I was like scooping it out, or like it's because my lips are getting drier, because even though I live in like a very warm climate that is very humid, maybe the humidity has been dropping a little bit, which could cause my lips to be drier, because I feel like generally my lips have been drier lately. But I use this, and I'm so happy, and I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so that is all of the stuff that I've actually used up. I hope that this is going to not be the longest video ever, but I feel like it's better to just put this stuff all into one video because in the future I'm not going to have as much empty stuff in one go as I am going to now. Okay, so on to the products that I'm currently working on. This is the current moisturizer that I'm working on. I've been working on this for like 3 years with like intermittent use of other things, but the reason I'm keeping it upside down is because I've let everything settle to the bottom and I don't want to disturb it. I can't like see, but I can feel that there's probably about this much left. Like I said, I've had this for 3 years and it's been my like more or less everyday moisturizer for that entire time. It's like Simple brand. It has like, I think that this brand doesn't test on animals. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it doesn't test on animals or it doesn't have animal products in it, but it's one or the other, but not both. I like it. This once again was my go-to for quite a while. I just want to get rid of it. It's too big for me to carry as like a travel size thing. So when I travel, I can't use it, which is frustrating because I travel a lot for work now and just generally am someone who travels quite a bit. So I just want to get through it and I'm mad that I can't. But it feels like it's getting close to done and I really hope it's true. Okay, so that was my face moisturizer. This is the body lotion I'm currently using. Same thing, I have this upside down just because it's hard to get out of the actual bottle. It's hard to mark because it's a little messy, but it's probably about like a quarter left, maybe between a third and a quarter left. Like I said, I use these every day for my hands, and then I'll use them on my body, usually about once a week, and the travel size ones, because I use them on my body, too, ends up like not lasting too long, which is good. I'm hoping that within a week or two I'll be done with this one and be able to move on to the next like sample size one I have because I just have a lot of these. Okay, so the last like kind of moisturizing product I have is this Drink Up Intensive Mask from Origins, and I love this. I know it's not cruelty free and I hate that. I hate that Origins isn't cruelty free. But I love this product so much. It smells so amazing. I use it once a week, like the day that I exfoliate my skin, I will put this mask on my shower at night, so like I do it all before I go to bed, and my skin is so smooth the day that I use it, and I love it, and I've had it for quite a long time because I only use it once a week. As you can see, I kind of used a little bit of it, but I haven't really gone through that much of it, and it's gonna still last me quite a bit longer, and I'm honestly not mad about that. I'm hoping that I can either find a replacement or just figure out where this smell comes from and how I can replicate it in like making my own beauty products maybe. Because that's another thing, is that like a lot of this is stuff that I probably wouldn't purchase again, or I would purchase like a simplified version that could be more usable on more parts of my body, or in some cases might try to make some of my own. Okay, so still I guess some face stuff. So this is going to be really hard to see because it is obviously like a blue bottle that is not easy to look through. This is where this was 2 months ago. This is where it is now. So I'm guessing it'll take me another maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe a little bit less to use this up. This is a toner, but it is an old toner that I again found in the US. It was just it was like an alcohol-free toner that was like quite gentle, and because of that I felt like I didn't like it a lot when I was using it while I was in the US, and I put it in a different container so it was easier for me to travel with. This is not the original container, obviously, and then I added a little bit of tea tree oil just so that it had a little bit more of like astringent, like antibacterial properties, and I've been liking using it like that. I also have in my cupboard like witch hazel and tea tree oil that I'm hoping in the future to make my own DIY toner with, which is part of why I bought this bottle. But for now, this is what I'm using, and like I said, it's probably got only 2 or 3 more months left in it, and then I get to start making my own, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so, wow, I've got so much stuff. Well, a lot of face stuff at least. So this is the face wash that I'm currently using. It's from Lush. It's whatever like charcoal face wash thing. I like that it's a bar. I like that it didn't come in plastic. I think it works pretty well. I use it every day now. I don't have a good way to measure how much of this I use, but I think that I'll just kind of update, like, this is how big this is now. And my final, like, nope, this is not my final face product. Almost all of the rest of the stuff here is for my face. What am I even talking about? So this is something that I had that is kind of like a face scrub wash thing. It like vibrates, you can turn it on and off. But it comes with like disposable pads instead of coming with like a one like reusable brush head. And so these are what the little pads look like. They have like product inside of them already. And I mean, I don't know how old this is. I don't know how usable or how findable these pads would be again. And of course, because they're disposable, I really don't want to be using something like that, just like putting more crap into the environment. I don't need to. So I have 5 of those pads left, and once I use them up, I think I'm trashing this. Okay, I also have 2 sunscreens. Now I have a Reef Safe sunscreen that I bought, but these ones just I happen to still have, and I'm going to try to use them in places where I'm not super close to ocean water. So like if I'm in a pool, or if I'm just going to be sweating throughout the day and sweating it off, but like nowhere near water, then I'll use these ones. This one's for my face, this one's for my body. As you can see, I've made like tiny progress on both of these, but not particularly a large amount of progress. I don't wear sunscreen every day. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to show you my shampoo. This is the conditioner that I'm currently using, and by conditioner I mean a mix of nope, this isn't Manic Panic. The tube's just Manic Panic. It's a mix of my hair dye and my conditioner that I've been using as a conditioner lately, just to try to like boost up my hair color every time I shower. I'm just trying to use it up and use all of my hair dyes up at some point, because I just like have a weird backlog of hair dye. But yeah, this doesn't have that much left in it. We're almost done, guys. These are my 2 face washes that face masks that I'm currently working on. I have an extra one of this. Once again, these are things found in my house when I was in the US the last time, and this one, the other one, is also partially used. I don't know why I do partially used ones, but this one, last time I checked in, was here and is now here. I've used it maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe more. And so I just, 1 or 2 uses, I'm hoping, and then I'll be rid of this. I don't love it. Like, I feel like I used to like it more, and I'm not sure if it's because it's old that I'm not liking it as much, but I just can't wait to get rid of this. It's a like conditioning clay mask. This is a like facial peel off mask, so like it dries and you can peel it off. It is a cucumber scented one. It's really nice. It's super moisturizing, so I really do like it. But I honestly have not been good about using it, as you can see. I mean, I've used it 3 or 4 times, but it's also quite, like you don't need a lot to use, so it's just a huge bottle and gonna take me forever. I'm gonna try to start forcing myself to do masks twice a week, because my face feels nice when I do them. This one is a little bit more like, kind of clarifying and like taking out impurities and leaves my skin feeling a little bit drier, whereas this one hydrates my skin. So I feel like it would be good to actually use both of them on a weekly basis. But I just want to get rid of this one because it's so huge. And the other one, like, I have a backup. I have too much stuff. Okay, so I'm on to the last product. Finally. God, I've been talking for a long time. And it is just the next chapstick in my collection. So when I did the first version of this, I actually was already to the point of the other chapstick that, like, I was kind of digging into it. So I did show this one and that one, because it was just like, I'm not going to necessarily use that one all the time. But then I was, like, inspired to actually dig everything out and finish it. And so now I'm working on this Burt's Bees one, which is Burt's Bees Replenishing Lip Balm with Pomegranate Oil. I like it a lot. I feel like I like it better than the other one. The formula is also softer, so I feel like I go through it more quickly. One second. I forgot this on my table, but this is just where I have kept like a mark of how much of this I have used. So it like came up. I'm not gonna screw it up and screw it down because it's just annoying. But it came up to this line before and now came up to this line, which is actually a decent amount of progress, I feel like. It's still, if I do the math on that, it's probably going to take me at least 6 months to get through all of it, but hey, I'm doing something. So yeah, those are all the products that I'm currently working on, and all of the products that I've recently finished, which is super exciting. And I'm going to try to, like I said, I don't know how often exactly I'm going to do this. I might do once a month, I might do once every other month. If I do once every other month, there will probably be like more rotation. Like I'll probably just be like, here's 2 entire moisturizers I've finished, rather than seeing progress on specific products, for the smaller ones at least. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing this kind of stuff. I feel like this is something that like I really enjoy. Like I love project panning. I love watching it, but I don't wear makeup. And once all of this stuff is gone, I'm never going to have the opportunity to do this again because I'm not going to hoard products anymore, which is something I kind of did when I was in high school. And so I'm just like kind of having a little bit of fun with this, even if it's not that serious. And to me, it's kind of like a journey towards minimalism thing that is part of what I'm doing right now and part of what you will see lots of other videos on coming up soon. But yeah, if you have fun watching this kind of stuff, let me know. And if you're trying to use up shit of your own, let me know. That's it. Bye guys. That's it.